What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Plan. Shout out to the LDBC. Now, it been some talk about, we did a video earlier this week on, actually Sunday is beginning of a new week. Most people don't know that, but, or don't consider it. But last week, we did a video on boxers, traditionally taking an easy fight after a loss. Now, most of that was pertaining to a lot of Danny Garcia feedback I got. Was getting on threads about Danny Garcia doesn't need Errol Spence. He just came off a loss to Keith Thurman. Let's talk about this whole situation and see am I crazy, am I wrong, or what it is. You know what I'm saying? And don't think my word is Bible or fact. I never say that my word is Bible or fact. I just base my opinions. I try to base it on as much factual content as possible. So my opinion is not factual, it's not Bible, it's not biblical, it's not concrete. It's just my opinion. That's why it's my page. You know what I'm saying? So just like everybody else's page, I try to just give my opinion, but I try to base it with facts. I don't try to show bias or favoritism based on a fighter's color, race, whatever. Anything that doesn't matter. When it's down to style, mentality, skills. That's why I try to set it off of and information that I get, that how they might train or how they might treat their body after, between fights. So it all just based into most of the decisions when I talk about boxing, trainers and all that stuff, and promoters and how they move. And what's so crazy is, okay, let's talk about the whole situation. Okay, at the Andre Ward-Sergey Kovalev fight, Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence who are stablemates with Derrick James. Great stable of 3 fighters that he's working with now that I'm aware of, with Robert Brandt entering the World Boxing Super Series super middleweight tournament as a middleweight. Errol Spence, a world champion. Jermell Charlo became a world champion after leaving Ronnie Shields and going to Derrick James versus John Jackson. Now this is what I'm saying. Errol Spence, he has a homecoming fight. Dated, a regular Fox date. PBC is back, getting the ball rolling on regular network TV, not paid, basic cable, regular network TV. They have a deal with, they was doing another fight with Fox. So they gave Errol Spence a fight date in a potential venue, which is American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas, where the Dallas Mavericks play. Dirk Nowitzki, what up, though? Swish. Love Dirk for beating LeBron in those finals back in the day. But, he has a date. He's willing to throw that date away and travel to Barclays or anywhere in the United States that makes sense for the Danny Garcia fight. He's targeting Danny Garcia. Now, he's trying to get a big fight. There's guys that won't fight him. Sean Porter was a fan over there in the UK. His father's trying to help him out, help Errol Spence out. They all came up in an amateur program together. And the thing is, they're not trying to fight Errol Spence either. So let's just get that out the way. Danny Garcia, hasn't responded. He's called him out twice. He called him out about a week or two ago. He hasn't responded. He was on the Robert Guerrero, Omar Figueroa card yesterday, commentating. And I don't think they asked him a question about fighting Errol Spence. He didn't speak about it, I don't believe, or I didn't catch it. So, after, Jeff, me so horny, won his title bout, okay? He called basically a guy, said, what about Jeff Horn? Danny Garcia was per hands. And Danny Garcia, retweeted it. Then I think put it on Instagram as well, saying, since Keith Thurman has a broken arm, let's make the Jeff Me So Horny fight. So obviously, let's break this down real quick. So obviously he wants to fight for a world title again and wants to prove himself against Keith Thurman, right? So, okay, Keith Thurman is seen as the best welterweight. Number one recognized by most media outlets and most fans. Not saying that Earl's not better, but he has 2 belts and he's beat a better crop of competition right now between the two. So, okay, you willing to fight him, for a world championship, for your belt back, in an additional WBA belt that he's held for some time. That got upgraded to super champion. Now Lamont Peterson owns the interim champion. Okay, then you say you want to fight Jeff Horn, who has a belt. So basically what this is telling me is this: you want to fight for a belt, and if you want to fight Keith Thurman, you want to fight the best in the division, right? So Keith's out. So you want that rematch? Keith's out. No, okay, then I'll take Jeff Horn. We know Jeff Horn is probably going to enter a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. So if you can't get Keith Thurman, Jeff Horn for title, Errol Spence said, hey, here, I have a title. Don't you want to fight for my title? IBF title. It's a 10-pound, rehydration cross. Morning after the weigh-in, you got to weigh back in. Okay, we understand that. Why don't you fight me? You don't have to come to Dallas, Texas. I come to Barclay. I come to the house that basically you built. Danny Garcia said, "Me no mas." He don't want to fight him. No mas. For what? I don't understand it. You willing to fight Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman is a dangerous number 1 welterweight in the world right now. That's still active. Jeff Horn just beat Manny Pacquiao. So what's the issue? Why should you get a soft touch now that Keith Thurman's hurt? Now Jeff Horn's going to rematch. So why won't you fight Errol Spence? That's what I'm trying to understand. You wanted to fight Keith Thurman? You wanted to fight Jeff Horn? Okay, here's another title holder. Why do you want to fight Errol Spence? And all these guys, continuously make excuses for, I don't want to fight Errol Spence. Oh no, he don't have a belt. Oh, he ain't proven. Nobody know who he is. Now that he's known, now that he wants to accommodate you and fight you on your side of the United States, you don't want to fight now. You act like you don't have English, and this is what I be talking about, man. These guys today, man, is so much just punani, man. They just some punanis. They don't even want to, fight the best no more. And people say, well, it's not good for his career to fight Errol Spence coming off a loss. He was willing to rematch Keith Thurman. He was willing to fight Jeff Horn. I'm pretty sure if Manny Pacquiao won, he was willing to fight Manny Pacquiao. If Floyd Mayweather asked him, he was willing to fight Floyd Mayweather. So what's the issue? You're going to take up our TV time with a Luis Collazo fight and maybe Jesse Vargas. I wouldn't mind seeing the Jesse Vargas fight, but I'd rather see the Errol Spence fight. On regular Fox, you got a regular Fox date that this guy is want to fight you on. And if these guys don't want to fight guys and say, I don't believe I can win, just come out and just be honest and say, I don't want to fight Errol Spence because, I don't think I can win. Just I'd rather the motherfucker keep it honest. And I understand it's not never going to happen. Because at the end of the day, Danny Garcia had the hard way up, and now he tasted the caviar and the motherfucking, steak, and now he wants to stay here. And now that he moved up in weight, you got to test yourself, dude. If you get a loss, you get a loss. You didn't even take a brutal ass whooping from Keith Thurman. If you're willing to fight for a world championship with Horn and Keith Thurman, why not with Errol Spence? Give a fan something to think about. I'm pretty sure you don't want to box no more. Like I've been saying, he's done well with his money. Cash out versus Thurman, but at the end of the day, these ain't the same fighters that it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago. In my opinion, these guys they stale, man. They don't want to fight the best. They want to piggyback. And I wish it was only one belt where guys had to work their way up and fight the best, but it's not the way it is. But it's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.